All right. So good evening, everybody. Thank you for spending a little bit of time, and I hope you have a little bit of patience to go through this webinar. So today I'm going to cover a few Python scripts that I use, and like I was mentioning before in the call, the purpose of this is not learning Python from scratch because that would take a long time. But it's more of an applied science. So if possible, please mute your phones so we don't hear any background noise. But if you have any questions, put it on the chat, and then I'll review it. I'll try to review the chat often, and Mike can help you review the chat often, and I can try to answer some questions, and you can clarify the question if you unmute yourself. So let me start the virtual machine. So right now I'm on Windows, and I think let's see. I think last time I was using this one. Let's see. So I wrote a tutorial on my blog, and I just published it. Well, I started last night, but I just published it now, so we can follow that. So I put sort of like most of the step-by-step procedure, but I did it on another computer that I have, not on this one, which is Windows and Linux inside Windows. So I'm going to start these scripts the first time in this computer, and it's not going to be a smooth ride because, technology, So, if I find errors, I'll try to resolve them. Otherwise, we'll keep on moving. Let's see if I can start this. Let me open my website so I can see what I wrote last night. So you go to my website, tomordonez.com. The article is the last one. It says the top 5 Python scripts for sourcing. And see what I put in here. I put what is that? An ostrich? I don't know why I put that, but anyways. And see, did it start already? So I'm in Linux. I need to open the terminal. Type in TE. Let's see. This computer is a little bit slow. Okay. So I think that the first concept that we need to review is a virtual environment. So a virtual environment in Python. So let's see. Let me see. How can I explain this? Okay. I think I remember how to explain this. I don't know if you have used Windows for a long time. So I have used Windows. I think it was Windows 95, Windows 98, Windows 2000, Windows XP, Windows Vista, Windows 7, and Windows 10. So I have used all of those operating systems in the last few years. But when this operating system, you need different software. So let's say that you have Windows 98 and you install Word and Excel 98. Okay, and then Windows keep on working on updating the operating system, and then suddenly they release Windows 2000. Okay, or let's say Windows XP. But then Excel 98, they didn't move as fast. Okay, so if you try to install Office 98 into Windows XP, probably it wouldn't work because it was not compatible. Okay. So then something similar happens in this programming language, in particular Ruby, Python, and a few more. there's like a basic core of libraries. For example, there's a basic core of libraries for Python that usually you install, or they're usually installed on your computer already. And to complement to complement what you want to do, you need to install different libraries. But some libraries might not be compatible with the Python version that you have. So right now, sort of like Python is the world of Python is divided into versions, Python 2.7 and Python 3. But then different projects, either they chose to keep their projects on Python 2.7, and some they decided to update to Python 3. So to avoid all of this confusion of libraries and different Python versions and different compatibilities of libraries of Python, then the best way is sort of like isolate the program that you are going to use and the libraries that you're going to use with that version of Python. So a way to isolate this environment is using something that is called a virtual environment. Okay. So for every project, for every script that we're going to review, we have to install a virtual environment to isolate those libraries and those so to make that script work. So the first thing let me see, because I don't think I have it installed in this computer. So I jumped into Linux here. Let me see where I am right now. Okay. So let's see. The first step is that we need to install virtualenv. So at pip install virtualenv. Let's see if that works. The program pip is not correct. Okay. So yeah, this computer is not correctly configured. So let me do it. Yeah, I forgot. I think I'm using Ubuntu, right? So I use Fedora all the time, so I forget that this is Ubuntu. Sudo apt install Python pip. Password for this computer, I think is Neo, the same as my user. Could not get unable to. Okay, I don't know. Then we're gonna start running into problems. Could not get log. Open the second unable to log in. So no process using it. I have no idea. Not sure.
Now that okay. Command works on the Mac, but I'm having the same problem on the Windows. Linux.
Oh yeah. Well, let me see. Let me look it up really quickly. Ubuntu install pip. See. When is this article from? 2010? 2011? It's a little bit old. Let me try sudo update. sudo install Python pip. Okay. Yeah, I think I forgot to update the libraries of the repositories where I'm supposed to install pip from. So usually you just do sudo apt. So I need to keep a note of this. So in here before, what is my block here? Before this, sudo apt update. Okay, I think you guys probably can remind me later. Okay, so I install pip. Now pip install virtualenv. Let's see, clear the screen. Pip install virtualenv. I think I wonder if I need to sudo. Downloading, virtually installing collected packages, successfully installed virtual env. You are using P version 8.1, however, version 9.01 is available. You should consider upgrading via the pip install. Okay, let's not upgrade for now. Let's see what happens next. Test the installation. Type in virtual env, I'm right here. Virtual env dash version. Virtual env dash version. 15.1. Okay, so if I get a result, that means that is installed. Find the directory for your Python version. On Linux, this is my output. Okay, so this is from Fedora. So let me see what I get from here. If let me clear the screen. Which Python? User being Python. Okay, so is this the same as this one? What about Python 3? Which Python 3? User being Python 3. Okay, so you get the same result. Right now I'm just trying to find in this computer where Python is installed, so for future reference, when I created the virtual environment, I can use a specific version of Python. And that of course depends on the on the script. Like I mentioned before, if the script was written in Python 2.7, then you need to use that version of Python. If they decided to upgrade that Python script to Python 3, then use Python 3, but then you have to specify that version of Python to be able to run the script correctly. Okay, so I think so far we're done here, and it says go to a script directory. Okay, so we need to do this once we start working with the script. And I'll come back to this section once we install one of the scripts. Okay, so the first one that we're going to use is called resume parser. This is the first Python script, and it is explained as, what does it do is a Python script that converts PDF resumes to a CSV file. So mainly what I have done with this script has been, if I have tens or a dozen resumes or hundreds of resumes, I can put all of these resumes into a folder, into a directory, and I can run the script, and then all of the content from the PDF files is exported into a CSV file, and it creates the content in the columns that I specify. So for example, some of the columns are the name, the telephone number, the email, the city, and different keywords that I can extract from the resumes. So this is something that is very helpful because it can save you a lot of time. Probably you can imagine how tedious and manual would be to convert all of these resumes into a database. It could take hours or days, I don't know. So we're going to try to install it. Last night, I wrote two process of doing it. I think I lost my connection and it's reconnecting. Right, Mike? Mike, are you there?
I am.
Yeah, I think. Can you see my screen? Because I think I lost the connection.
I see your screen, and let me see if I can reclaim the presenter mode and send it back to you.
Send them a message on the message thing on the presentation.
Tom, it kicked you out. You're going to have to log back in.
Okay, just give me a second.
Because it doesn't show you as a participant.
Just give me a second here and see if I can reconnect back.
We need to set up a conference call to go over these things if you ever have time, like a partner to work with. Hello? Oh.
We're here, just waiting for Tom to get the file back in.
Nitty says she keeps getting dropped off too.
Okay. I'm not sure why. It's Join Me Connection, so they are the host of these meetings.